Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tyrone Nucci here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. And in today's video, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the appeal that Iden Versio had at the beginning with all the trailers. Now, the Iden Versio we got in the trailers is different from the one that we got in the game, and that is severely disappointing. It's more disappointing than The Last Jedi, in my opinion. A lot of people were hyped, and a lot of people were disappointed. Now, what EA and Disney are doing, they like to ride the original trilogy train. They don't like to show us anything new, and when they try to show us something new, they always stick with the past type of things. For example, they advertised Iden Versio to be a Imperial Special Commando, born and raised on Bardos, a die-hard Imperial soldier. That is something that the Star Wars community wanted. That is something that we needed. We needed to see something new, not some rehash, not anything like the good guy, like someone goes to the other side. Nah, we needed to see something. Now, I'm going to play a quick little trailer, the ones that DICE and EA showed, and I want you to compare. I want you to really see what they advertised Iden Versio and Inferno Squad to be. Give me a second, I'll be right back.
I've waited 30 years for this. I still remember my last orders. The day the real war began.
The rebellion cannot be allowed to persist. We weren't expecting special forces.
That's the point, Sergeant.
Impossible.
Commander, what do we do now?
We avenge our Emperor.
Resistance. Rebellion. You will burn these ideas away.
Hope cannot save them!
So, from what you can tell by that trailer, that isn't the full thing. That is just what's dealing with the topic of this video and how Iden Versio was essentially wasted. You could have seen something new, something dark, something good, something that isn't cliche. Now, that entire plot twist when it came to the Battlefront 2 campaign was stupid and idiotic. It was beyond. It was just unfathomable how they could have taken something so easy to make good and then managed to screw it up. The entire plot twist was that the Empire liked to glass their own planet. They wanted to glass their own planet just like how the Covenant did from Halo. It didn't make sense. The Empire is evil, yes, but they're not that stupid. They're not going to use it on their own planet. What would have been more convincing, what would have actually made logical sense, is that they use those same satellites to destroy Naboo. Why did they do that? Now, of course, it plays into the Emperor's plan, but the Emperor's plan is stupid. Why would they follow that if they know that innocent people are going to die in that? Innocent people who are loyal to the Empire, that even say in the mission where you turn against them, say, yes, we're loyal to the Empire. Why are you doing this to us? Why? I still don't understand. I know the Empire is evil, but they're not that stupid. I sound like a broken record, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Not only that, but after that mission, I honestly found it hard to continue playing the game. To continue playing the campaign, it was boring. When you're on the Imperial side, you felt something different, something better. You felt like you were fighting for the right thing. Like, you were seeing another perspective. And that's what you saw in the trailer. See the untold story of a soldier. Well, that is true in a literal sense. But in a writing sense, we've seen it 1,000 times. So person, especially in the Star Wars universe, person sees that what the side that they're fighting on is wrong, and they swap over. It's boring. It's stupid. I don't know who thought it was a good idea. And not just that, but the actress that they had, she's a great actress. You had a good asset, and you wasted it. Now, I'm going to tell you what we could have had. Instead of using those satellites on Vardos, we could have used them on Naboo. Shown the entire galaxy who is still in charge. That was the motive. That was behind Operation Cinder. To show the Empire is still on top no matter what. Could have done that with Naboo. That's a place of hope. We wanted to take it away from it. And in that trailer that you guys saw, Iden Versio says, "Hope cannot save him." And by the way, that line in that scene where she's standing above those stormtroopers, yeah, it's not in the game. That's not in the game. Or the context behind, that's the point, Sergeant. That's not in the game. That cutscene. It's not there. It's different inside the game. Now I'm not gonna set. Now I don't need everything to be the same as the trailers to have a good time. I just want the story to make sense. I'm a really big fan of the story. All right. And in this day and age, getting a story mode it's starting to become a rarity. A good one is even more rare. For example, Overwatch doesn't have one. With Destiny and Call of Duty, they're half worked. I'm not talking about the Warmind. Warmind is kind of good, but the base story is kind of cliche if you think about it. Same thing with Call of Duty. Call of Duty's campaign was pretty much Saving Private Ryan. Especially that opening scene. Wasn't anything new. Something that we haven't seen before. We didn't get to see the horrors of war like they advertised. And that same type of mentality is here in Star Wars Battlefront 2. They don't take risks. It's time for the gaming community to take back the guts that they once had. Time for the Star Wars community to have that. Try some new things and have it make sense. Of course, this is a fantasy world, yes. But still, you can explore. There's a lot of things you could have tried here. The Empire is something that we could have learned more about. See what the Imperials thought during the events of Return of the Jedi and events afterwards. That's something that we haven't seen before, and we could have seen here. What was advertised we were going to see here, but we didn't get it. What we got was a cliche, half-work, sixth graders work of a story. It isn't good. It isn't fun. It isn't new. Now, a lot of people are going to play the game, oh, it didn't work out as your fan theories wanted to, just like they said with The Last Jedi. And I have a complete rebuttal for that video, for that, in my next video. But for now, I'm going to tell you what we could have seen with Iden Versio. So, when it came to glassing Naboo, that could have been a defining moment. Have the Empire rally up. And then the next mission could have been an all-out frontal assault on another rebellion planet. Rebel held planet, rebel sympathizing planet. And then you can see a lot of people die and see morale go down. Then we can have that scene where Iden Versio says, "Hope cannot save him," and have us like a good monologue. And then people get, hyped up. They get psyched for that, you feel me? And we could have seen more what the Empire wanted to do, and what the Empire should have done. We could see Iden Versio taking control of the Star Destroyer and also keeping her own personal ship, the Corvus. That would have been cool. Having her stand on the bridge of a Star Destroyer and eventually getting rid of her dad, someone that she could see as weak and that isn't doing the right thing to help the Empire. That's something cool, right? And for the last mission, and since we already know that EA likes their DLC, so with the last mission, like we had the Battle of Jakku in the regular game, in this, we could have, in this version, in this alternate reality where she stays with the Empire like she's advertised to be, you can see her teammates die and have her slowly coming to reality. That the Empire isn't gonna win, and knowing that everyone and everything that you stood for and loved are going away slowly, and it's gonna be painful. It's gonna hurt, just like how it did in Halo Reach. I have to slowly come to terms with you and your side failing. That's something that we didn't get to see in the Halo universe until Halo Reach, and it's certainly something that we didn't get to see with Star Wars, especially in this case. Again, Disney and EA, they like their original trilogy stuff. We're getting another original trilogy movie. We're getting an original trilogy TV show as well, made by Disney. And no doubt, the next Star Wars game is gonna be original trilogy. Where's the prequel content? Where's the new sequel stuff? Now I get it. The Last Jedi sucks, but you can't just give up on it. You gotta keep on. You gotta keep on keeping on, people. Iden Versio was something that was supposed to mean something. Something that was supposed to introduce a new way of thinking. That way people don't just say, "Oh yeah, the Empire is bad. I don't like them." We could have seen what the Stormtroopers thought, their struggles, their mental Vietnam. Something that we haven't seen before. Something that is new. Something that isn't the same. I know I sound like a broken record. I'm well aware of that. But I'm trying to speak in terms that EA and DICE will understand. Now, I'm not going to blame DICE for this, alright? Because they're under the command of EA. I get it. They have to make their own money, alright? This is more directed toward EA and Disney. I'm tired of seeing wasted opportunities. We had a wasted opportunity with Iden Versio. Those trailers that they've launched, and that's just one of them. They launched a whole lot. That's what got me hyped for the game. I didn't buy this game for the multiplayer. Now the multiplayer is fun. I got it for the campaign. The campaign is what got me hyped. I remember hearing Iden Versio say, "Hope cannot save him." That's what got me interested. Like, okay, what's her motive? Was she born a murderer? Was she born a good person and she's just fighting on the wrong side or on the right side in her opinion? Because in war, there's only two sides. And there's no such thing as a bad guy. Only to the other side there is. Each side has to believe that there's a good guy and the other guy is the bad guy. Alright? We could have seen that here. Now obviously the Imperials think that they're the good guys. And they're just doing whatever they have to do to win. At this point. Because they just lost everything. And we could have seen something extraordinary with the last mission, Battle of Jakku. Having Iden Versio slowly coming to terms that they're not gonna win. That the rebels, they're just too strong for them to handle. They're not. The Empire isn't as invincible as they once thought, and they're not gonna ever get back to that one mantle. And you know, at the beginning of the trailer, they showed a little clip of Starkiller Base. Yeah, Starkiller Base isn't even in the campaign, not even mentioned, and unless you counted the DLC, that it is once. Speaking of the DLC campaign that we could have seen. Could have been completely different. Have her serve as a First Order general or commander, something that would have been interesting for us to see. None of this. Oh, the Empire is bad. I'm going to switch over to the rebels. Well, for your entire life, Iden, you've been trained and indoctrinated to believe that the rebellion is bad. I have a hard time believing that she's going to find it this easy to go over to the rebels. I find it really hard to believe that the Empire is going to glass their own planet. I don't care if the Emperor said it. I couldn't care less. Obviously, Admiral Versio is a smart dude. He could have seen, okay, we're going to do everything that Palpatine said except that. Easiest decision he could have made. Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, Iden Versio could have done a lot of different things. The way how she was portrayed and looked was different. We didn't get to see that. Her darkness, her own way of thinking while she was on the Imperial side. Now, when she's talking to her father on the Dauntless, not the Dauntless, their starter show, whatever Admiral Versio named it, I honestly don't care. I would have cared if she stayed on the dark side, but you know, it's whatever. Would have been different. The whole dynamic could have been something more interesting. When Star Wars Battlefront 3 comes out, I don't even want to play it. I find it hard for me to believe that I'm going to be playing the campaign and expect something good. I really do. After this terrible and sad show that we got, it's not likely. Iden Versio was a wasted opportunity. Another thing that was shown to us and something that we just never got to get. Never get to be, whatever, you guys know what I'm saying. She's advertised to be an Imperial Special Forces. An untold story of a soldier. Instead, we got a cliche half-worked story. With a bland character who we could have had a lot of wiggle room with. And to be honest, Disney, y'all could have made a lot of merch for making some Iden Versio comics. But now thanks to this horror show that you put, there's not a lot that you can do with this character anymore. Namely, because you killed her and you wasted her. You had her switch over to the rebels and she practically does nothing. And after that, she's just there. She's nothing. She literally becomes Sakura from Naruto. She went from this awesome beast, someone that's like a threat, a force to be reckoned with, just smashing heads and blowing things up, and doing it all in the name of the Empire, something that she wholeheartedly believes in. And then you just take it away, put her on the rebels, and then nothing's cool. Nothing's good anymore. I don't like it. I really didn't. It was boring. It was lame. 5 out of 10. First 3 missions, best missions of my life. Best missions that I've almost ever played in Star Wars. They were fun, creative, the seamless boarding, the explosions, everything. It was fun. It was something new. After that, it was boring. I was bored. Now, if I wanted to play a story where someone just turned over to the rebels and have a good time, I'd go play Force Unleashed 1 and 2. That's what I would have done. I didn't pick up this game to waste my time on a half-worked plot and a half-worked cast. Now, I'm saying I love these actors. I definitely love Janita Gavankar, also known as Iden Versio, like her character. I also love Paul Blackthorne. Oh, man, I love his work on Arrow. I love both their work on Arrow. It's great, and they wasted their opportunities here. We could have seen more unit banter. Could have seen a lot more of these characters explore more. Dell would have a convincing turn to the light side after encountering Luke Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker effectively talked no jutsuing him like Naruto does to Nagato, or to any other villain that he runs into. Anyways, Dell would have a more convincing turn after he meets Luke. I actually expected that. I wasn't surprised when Dell did it, and I liked it when Dell did it, because he realized something, that the only thing he was taught is that the Jedi are bad. And since the rebels like the Jedi, therefore he hated the rebels. After he met Luke and saw that Luke was actually a good person, he would have a little bit more convincing turn. Now, of course he would need a little bit more. This whole plot twist in the game sucked. It was bad. I've repeated myself way too many times. I'm going to end the video right here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, or if you see fit. If you disagree with me, please leave a comment in the comment section. I was really hyped to, really see Iden Versio. I was really hyped to see her in action, explore her character. Something new, something that we haven't seen before, but we didn't get that chance. What we got, half-worked, boring, snooze fest. Yeah. That's it for me. I'm not knocking her actress. Her actress is really good at what she does. And she really fit Iden Versio when she was on the Imperial side. I just don't see it anymore. I just don't. Alright, enough rambling. Catch you in the next one. Peace.